Welcome back to my channel. For this video, I'm going to be giving you some secret hacks that I used to increase my salary and increase my earning each and every single time that I took a new job. So if you've been following my channel for quite some time, then you know that I have opened up in previous videos about how with each and every single new role that I accepted, I was always making more money. I am grateful that I have never ever had to take a pay cut or take a step down pay-wise for any reason. And if you're someone who has been struggling to earn more money, so maybe you have taken a couple of new jobs but you find that you're not getting a significant jump in pay, or if you're someone who may be job searching soon and you're looking to earn more money, I have some tips for you. So without further ado, here are my secret hacks to increase your salary. Number one on this list is taking jobs that offered performance bonuses and or annual bonuses. So this one was a biggie, especially when I became salaried. So let's say my base salary, my regular salary was $45,000, but every year I know that annual company bonus is going to be an additional $5,000. Or I'm going to have one job in particular, I actually received quarterly bonuses. So at the end of every quarter, I would get like an extra $2,500 or something like that. I think at the time at that job, how much I was making hourly, what it equated to or what it amounted to per year was like maybe $38,000. But with those bonuses, I was actually bringing in an extra $6,000 a year. Once I started working in marketing, I was able to negotiate or ask for performance-based bonuses. So if I bring in X number of leads, X amount of leads, X new clients, X new consultation calls, if whatever my metric is, if I hit it or exceed it, can I make additional money? And if so, by how much? This is where this came into play. So my base salary at the time was, I think, maybe around $50,000 because I was entry level, so I wasn't making much. But with each call that I booked for a sales agent or a sales representative, I was able to earn money from booking the call, number one, so for bringing in the leads, and then if the deal actually closed, I was given 10% of whatever the contract was. If the lead that I brought in actually decided to do business with the company, I would get 10% of whatever that total contract was. So let's say a deal was $20,000. I would get like $2,000, which is not bad. Performance-based bonuses can be talked about throughout the negotiation process. So once you receive the offer, this is something that you want to bring up around that time if it has not been mentioned. And this can go for people who are in marketing, who's in business development, sales. But let's face it, if you are in any type of position that is bringing in new revenue, new business, new sales, and you are accountable and responsible for bringing in that money, inquire or ask your boss if there's any type of way that your pay can be boosted for bringing in that new business. Annual bonuses or end of the year bonuses can be a little tricky because sometimes we don't know how well the company is going to do, but at the end of the year, you should be expecting to get something. And this is something that you can ask before you sign your job offer as well. But this was a big hack for me in terms of boosting my salary by a couple $1,000s. And it didn't include me doing extra work, taking on a dual title, overworking myself, burning myself, or anything like that. I was simply being compensated for the money that I was bringing in and the goals that I was hitting, and just by the company doing well and doing my part. Next on this list is job hopping. So I recorded a whole video on this, on the perks of job hopping and why you should absolutely positively do it. Each time that I have changed a job, I've always been able to make more money. So in a position, if I found that I wasn't able to be promoted, if there wasn't any advancement opportunities, I didn't want to stay stuck at the same salary because your girl had goals and still does. So I would just simply find another job at a new company. And it's estimated that people who change jobs earn 10% or 20% more in that new position than they did in their former one. Look, if you are someone who has been at the same company for a significant period of time, maybe 5 years or longer, and you're finding that you're just not seeing the type of pay increases that you want, it may be time for you to consider getting a new job. I have always been a fan of that. I have never stayed at a position longer than 2.5 to 3 years. The shortest time I've stayed at a position making the same amount of money was about 6 months. So for me, I quickly learned that, hey, every time I change a job, I'm making at least 5 to 7, sometimes $10,000 more than I was making before. You can job hop for a number of reasons. It doesn't always have to be salary or pay related. Maybe you're unhappy, maybe you're burned out, maybe you're tired of the workplace environment, or maybe you just want something new. But when it comes to making more money, if you're looking to make more money, job hopping is definitely the way to go. Next on this list is executing a solid tactical job search strategy that yields me multiple job offers, and I'm able to cherry pick which one I want based on which salary is going to be the best for me, and sometimes negotiating the salary I want that another company gave me. So in my last job search, I opened up about how I was able to get between 3 to 4 different job offers, and I had 2 high-paying offers. The current position that I have now was the highest one, and it was the best one, and it was the one that I wanted. But salary wise, if it wasn't, I had 2 to 3 other jobs. I would have been able to negotiate the salary that I make now at another company. So you are able to play different companies against each other. Now let's say you have job offer 1 on the table, and they're offering you, let's say, $96,000, but you have job offer B that's offering $140,000. Well, now you are able to weigh your options. So you don't have to take option A if option B is better. And this is why it's always important to not always take the very first job offer that you receive. When you are going through your job search, you should be lining up multiple offers at the end of the day. And your resume does play a big part in that. And going back to that example, if you take option A and you don't give yourself a chance to line up a second offer, which would have been offer B, well, then you are lowballing yourself. So sometimes in the past also, I was able to land multiple job offers. What I would do is I would start going through the negotiation process, but I wouldn't be as responsive, right? Because I was waiting to see if another offer would come through. And 9 times out of 10, they would come through a couple of days later or a week or 2 later or something like that, especially if I was going through 2 different interview processes at the same time, at the same pace. One offer would come in, and then another would come in shortly after that, and I was able to weigh the 2. Give yourself some time to line up multiple offers so that you're able to compare salaries and make the best decision for you, whether it's a salary threshold that you really want to be at or the amount of money that you really want to make, or you're making a decision based off of what the benefits package is and what the duties are, what the responsibilities are, if it's a company that you want to be at. And last on this list is being firm and solid, like standing 10 toes down and not budging on what it was that I wanted in terms of pay. So I remember one time in particular, I was job searching and I had landed the offer. They extended me an offer, and I wanted to negotiate more. It was about $5,000 or $6,000 less than what I felt like I should have been making in the position, and the company would not budge. The HR recruiter, the manager, the hiring manager, the company, they didn't want to. They were like, no, this is what it is. Like, you know, you'll be eligible to receive this. Like, you can get a bonus, you can get that. But it didn't seem like any of that was really set in stone. And so I turned the offer down. I was like, no, these are my skills. This is what I can bring to the table. This is what I can do. I know my worth. And I flat out turned it down and ended up taking something better. And I could have taken that position, right? Because at the end of the day, a job is a job, a salary is a salary. But I was really intentional and I was super specific in what I wanted. And I was also at a point in my career where I had realized that I had been significantly underpaid multiple times. And so to myself, I was like, hell no, I'm not going through this again. I'm not doing this no more. Y'all are not, lowballing me the $4,000 or $5,000 that I know I should be making, and I flat out turned it down. So do not be afraid to stand, again, 10 toes down on what it is that you want. If you feel like you need to be making no less than 80 grand or $95,000, whatever that number is, stick to that and don't compromise, because the second you do, I promise you 9 times out of 10 you will probably regret it. Being firm, I was able to take an offer that actually paid me what I wanted, and I wasn't bitter, right? Because I know in the past I would take a job and it would be less money than I thought it would be, or it would be less money than I thought I should be making. And I remember just being so irritated at that position, right? I'm just like, I'm doing all of this and they ain't even pay me this, and da-da-da, they ain't even giving me enough, and da-da-da, I'm better than this, you know, all of this on the inside of my head. So if you do compromise, make sure you weigh the pros and cons of doing so. If you are going to take less money and you're not going to get what you want, are you in the long run going to be satisfied with that? Or is this something that is going to be eating away at you? And if you feel like it's something that you're not going to be able to let go, especially if you find that when you get into the position that it's not what you thought it was, you're just going to be bitter and you're going to be mad and you're going to be triggered. And I don't want that for you. I don't want you on pins and needles. So do not compromise under any circumstances regarding pay and what you want, period. So those are some secret ways that I was able to increase my salary and how I continue to increase my salary with each new position that I take. And I hope that you found this video helpful. Is there anything in this video that you yourself have already implemented in your career and it's worked out for you? If so, go ahead and drop me a comment in the comment box down below. Is there anything in this video that I discussed that you did not think of but you want to implement soon? Go ahead and drop that in the comment box down below. If you like this video, if you enjoyed it, if you took something away from it, please go ahead and give me a like. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up button down below. And if you want to receive more career-related content from me, feel free to connect with and follow me on social media. My LinkedIn profile name is Tamika Thompson. You can also follow me on Instagram at _Mika Thompson. And I do have an email list that you can subscribe to. You can go ahead and click the link in the description box down below. If you're not subscribed to my channel but you enjoyed watching this video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so that you can join my growing YouTube community. And I will see you guys next time with another video. Bye!